I believe this is the part where we say, man, we should refilm that.
Oh, yeah. We probably should. Where's Pool?
Paul.
Well, there's Pool.
Paul,
Hi,
hey,
everyone.
how's it going? Hi, I'm Cameron,
I'm Alex.
and this is Paul. And today
Paul.
we are having a writing crapshoot because everyone has gone to the other side of the planet.
I'm Paul.
To fight crabs.
Wait, now try. I'm Paul. Hi. There you go.
Yeah,
To get, fight crabs.
Yes. I mean, presumably everyone is going to get eaten by spiders in Australia. So we're who's left.
All right.
I found out a bunch of facts about, one fact about kangaroos that I really could have gone without knowing.
Oh,
About their, life cycle. About how the
Do kangaroos start as spiders? Is that what you're
No,
about to tell me?
that's a different story. But
okay. Is a kangaroo an instar of some kind of...
no, but the kangaroo-ling gets
right.
part of the way through being done and is like, well,
Joey, I believe.
crawls outside the mom and into the pouch to finish. Its,
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
you see Winnie the Pooh with Kanga and
It is not
and
like
Roo,
that.
where it's like you imagine it being kind of like the inside pocket of a hoodie, where it's a little fuzzy and it's like just meat in there.
Yep.
Well, that was like in The Simpsons, right? Where they're like, let's get into the kangaroo pouch. They're like, ooh, it's all gooey.
All I gotta say about that is intelligent design.
I mean, I always liked. I know he's become a terrible pedant in the last couple of years, but Neil deGrasse Tyson had a great thing on intelligent design where he's like, look, we eat, breathe, drink, talk, and
Sometimes screw.
yeah, through the same hole in our face, guaranteeing that some number of us are going to choke to death every year. This is not do you know? This isn't even a big ask. Whales have a separate hole to breathe through.
So,
We have to come up with 3.
Yes, 3 is the target.
so the writing crapshoots or crap shots for because we're going to be shooting these tomorrow. You know, usually a lot of the crapshoots you see we're for various reasons forced to they're crap shots that we have to shoot here at the office because of the length of the cable.
Yeah, right.
We did that one off-site crap shot, which did not it went fine once the internet figured itself out. With the it turns out that testing our first experience testing off-site streaming capabilities in the forest maybe wasn't the best. It's like, let's choose a place that not only is off-site but has terrible cellular coverage.
Yeah. As it turns out, Oak Bay, which I should have known. I should have known because I frequently live in Oak Bay. And
when you're sleeping there.
yeah, has terrible cell phone coverage because I assume the rich people there all have their own cell phone tower. Just installed.
The secret cell phone tower.
Maybe they have one of
It's
those.
like a separate network.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe their butler carries around a hotspot for them. I don't know.
They just have a series of people stuck in the grass and they just whisper their messages along. How would you like a freebie seed?
Yeah, sure.
Courtesy of Kelly, who spends a lot of time working with small humans. The idea that she told me through a conversation we had was maybe a little ambitious for this, but I think the conceit of battle-weary babysitters being called out on a job sounded kind of funny. Because the idea was just somebody getting a phone call. It's like, what's the time, the place, all that other stuff.
Right.
And they get ready and then show up, and they're babysitting because dealing with children is horrible.
Yeah, it's like you're like reservists being called up.
You never think you're gonna get the call, man.
Yeah. But then somebody finds your Craigslist posting.
Yeah, or the guy who's like super green, he's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. It's like, huh, you ain't seen all. It's like, how many shades of baby shit you seen?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that scene in Full Metal Jacket where he finally gets to Vietnam and they're in the barracks and the guy's like talking about how once you've been in country for as long as he has, you'll get it. The 1,000-yard stare, man. You just look at things and you don't see them anymore. And everyone's kind of like,
Yeah, I wish we could.
It's like he's been there for 2 weeks.
I wish we could have like one of those like military trucks with like the 2 bench seats and the.
I think that's exactly what she had in mind.
The babysitters like sitting there looking across from each other, like prepping.
Yeah. Do we have like
how many sits is this for you? 38. Simulated.
How many combat sits?
2, including this one. Jesus. Just like...
That was for a 12-year-old. You ever change a diaper, Lieutenant?
I had a teenager make dookie in his pants when he showed up one time. I do like the idea. It's like, how many colors of baby shit you see? He leans in. He's like, black. Or just like,
there are colors.
Puce.
Yeah.
It's like puce, aquamarine, paisley. Is that enough of a joke right there?
I think so. Yeah.
It's,
Interior.
It's like sand.
I'd be able to work something on like a green screen.
It's like, I ain't even talked about textures. Lumpy, fluffy, gravelly.
Fluffy, yeah.
Yeah, fluffy. Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
You ain't seen
Not good.
You ain't seen shit.
Yeah, till that shit gets airborne.
Interior barracks. 2 soldiers.
It's really
Are
a shame we don't
conversing.
have Graham here for this one. I feel like he could have invaluable dad experience.
Soldier 1.
Same with Kathleen.
I just like the
I think
idea
she was there.
I just like the idea of like
Soldier 2.
It's like, oh, fluffy doesn't sound so bad.
It's like,
It's not.
It's not
the
good.
shit is the easy part. How many naps you been through? I ain't seen one yet.
It's like, you ever sleep with both eyes open?
Like, hey, new guy. How many sits is this for you?
It's like, they made us stop using sleep deprivation as an enhanced interrogation technique. Babies ain't got that rule.
Simulated.
Oh no.
How many real sits? 2. Including this one. Laughs.
Man, this boy's green as turtle shit.
I'd say this boy is the greenest. I'd say you're the greenest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, what kind
But
of...
that ain't even true.
Ah, there you go, yeah.
Till you've
It's just like, leans in, it's like, how many...
that ain't even true because I've seen cream spinach shits.
The greenest thing I've seen outside a diaper.
Oh, that's so gross.
I'd say you're the greenest. You're the greenest thing I've ever seen outside the diaper. Yeah.
And he's just sort of like, what do you mean?
This is a series, right?
Yeah.
He's just like,
maybe.
and one of them's like, he doesn't know.
What do you mean? Oh, you'll see.
It's like, how many colors of baby shit you see?
You'll see colors healed. You didn't even think were real. I've babysat so many. This is my third tour.
It's like I sat so many, toddlers. I got a degree in color theory.
This is my third tour of babysitting.
That's a good one.
I've seen green baby shit. I've seen aquamarine.
Aquamarine, emerald.
I've seen puce, emerald.
The title Bloodborne for some reason?
Is it?
It shouldn't be, although the Twitch dashboard is being a little glitchy right now because I can't
Paisley.
see the stream information.
I've seen attack shits on fire.
Okay, maybe we can just steal from one 80s movie at a time. Although attack shits is pretty good. God damn it.
I mean, we don't need that, right?
It's
it
funny,
amused
but,
me, but
yeah,
it's
but
kind of a
it's,
non sequitur.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you threw it after the credits, maybe. I don't know.
Eating right now in particular wasn't the best timing. Not all of the crap
Easily
shots
there.
will actually no. I can't promise that all of the crap
And
shots
that's
we write
the easy
today
part.
won't be about pooping. I can't make that promise.
Pooping is funny
It's true.
because everybody
I feel
can
like we're the only ones who have ever figured that out.
Pooping's funny because it's a universal experience.
It's true. And
Point me to
something
someone-
that everyone is sort of slightly uncomfortable about.
And
Point-
that's the easy.
yeah.
How about this? Okay, and that's the easy part. Diapers, man, diapers. I'd trade any number of nap times for diapers. I'll change your diaper right now. Apparently, that's true.
Wait, what?
New parents are always freaked out by like, oh man, I don't know about diapers, and old parents are like, you will give the world for diapers once you haven't slept for 12 hours, like 12 straight days, right? Diapers are the easy part.
It's like, yes, shit.
This is a problem you can solve.
I always wonder about like, in terms of like new parent, like say, they talk about like the kind of training that like, Navy SEALs go through, like the
Yeah.
week
Oh,
of
yeah.
hell or whatever.
Yeah, where it's like you
But
get 1,000 calories a day and then you aren't allowed to sleep for 3 days.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
I wonder about like Navy SEAls who go on to like become parents if they can like go back and use that training.
Yeah, braver than the United States Marines.
Yeah, so it's what we're talking about is like before parenting is Christian Bale in Batman Begins, and after parenting is Christian Bale in The Machinist.
What's the exit on this one?
Maybe this is just it. I'll change your diaper right now. It's like, I don't, my diaper doesn't, I don't wear a diaper.
That's your first mistake.
It's just like
It's
can-
actually,
I can see you haven't had to deal with nap time yet.
do we want to use that line that I
apparently
came up with? It's
adult diapers are actually a high
Yeah.
ticket item in the military
Oh, really?
where they're like
for the long for some of those long patrols.
it's like the government made us stop using sleep deprivation as an enhanced interrogation tactic, and then leans in, babies ain't got that rule.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to end with just like them like or the new kid or whatever like jumping out and then just like fade to black and have like a black and white picture of him.
He fucking dies.
You'll get there, kid. You'll get there. Okay, how about this? All right. I don't wear a diaper. You'll get there, kid. You'll get there. The government made us stop using sleep deprivation. Babies don't have that rule. Like, does that work? Do we want to read this one?
I'm just wondering if there's like a bookend we could do.
I don't know if that, I don't know if you'll get there, kid, you'll get there into the government made it stop. Like, I don't think there's any.
No, I mean, like that, you wear a diaper because you get
Yeah.
sleep deprived.
And sometimes I just gotta poop.
All right, we'll read it and see what it's like.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, new guy. Or no, you should do this.
Sick. Hey, new guy. How many sits is this for you?
38. Simulated.
How many real sits?
2. Including this one.
You're the greenest thing I've seen outside of a diaper.
What do you mean?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see colors you didn't even think were real. This is my 3rd tour of babysitting. Seen green baby shit. Seen aquamarine. Seen puce. Emerald. Paisley. That's the easy part. Diapers, man. Diapers. I trade any number of nap times for diapers. I'll change your diaper right now.
I don't wear a diaper.
Oh, you'll get there, kid. You'll get there. The government made us stop using sleep deprivation. Babies don't got that rule. He was like, ah. Actually, you could be like, it's like, the free pizza's okay though. Like, okay, what's a classic perk of babysitting?
If I remember correctly, it's making out with your boyfriend after the kids go to sleep.
Yeah. That's...
I mean, I think, yeah, just like help yourself to the fridge is kind of the easier one there, though, right? Like,
Yeah. Babies don't got that.
It'd just be like if it weren't for the, you know, if it weren't for free range on the fridge, you know, they'd never pay me enough for this job.
Yeah, if I didn't get to help.
Or I kind of want, or like the like commander or whatever, like.
I mean, maybe the family has
Like-
HBO.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's like, at least this family got HBO.
All I can see is like the inside of a van with like a red light on.
30 seconds.
Yeah, like I almost want like the commander to show up or to like do or like I don't know how it would work in terms of actually
It's
filming.
like we're in the living room and
the thing,
we're two
the thing where
clicks
they
out.
like banging on the top of the
Yeah.
of the place, like all right, it's like all right, go go go,
It's like, all right,
Johnson.
this is your stop, and he like pulls up. Like, what would you bring to a babysitting job? Like,
I mean, you just pull a diaper bag, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it just depends on what kind of baby.
yeah, the first soldier's like, see you in hell. He like holds up a bag
Just a
with like,
flowery pink, like.
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
that's
you're-
really good.
Could
Yeah.
we get Callie to drop off a diaper bag? Like, do we have access to like a
We might have something like in the prop room. But.
Maybe.
I've got a very bright, like, orange bag at home that could work. That would be very like, if everything is very dark.
Yeah.
Leading up to it, this would be a big splash of color.
Yeah. Just be like, see you on the other side, kid.
And I feel like we need air raid sirens, only it's just overlapping babies screaming.
Oh my god.
We're over the target.
Fuck. This is really.
They know we're coming.
Yeah. Nautilus Minimus, I have the chat right here, which is part of the reason why I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking down. So
Could we do this like interior a truck? A vehicle of some kind, or is that too difficult?
I don't know how we would do that. That would
like
look
I feel like it would have to be green screened, which it could be. That is not sort of what we need for tomorrow, but
Mm-hmm. You'll get there, kid. You'll
I mean,
get there.
it's fine.
yeah.
So if like, can we find like the back of a?
How about overlapping baby cries?
We could do like what
Fade
Graham
in
did
from-
that other time and like rent a white panel van saying like, hey, we're doing videos for the internet.
Where does Graham? Do you know what site Graham gets? Like,
Most of the stuff he gets off like Video Hive.
Like a van interior.
I mean, like.
Hear that? They know we're coming.
This is so silly.
This could be a series. I mean, it could be definitely a series.
Floral diaper bag.
There's a little, you know, sometimes
Not everything needs to be a series, even if it's very
Well,
like,
and there's a bit of a diminishing returns aspect of sort of, once the premise is established,
yeah. Like I'll grant that
just sort of more of the
yeah,
same.
that, like something like Krog's List is sort of a limitless wellspring, just because you can keep telling different stupid pun jokes about technology.
Do we just want to stop it here with him like pulling the diaper
Yeah,
bag
I
up
think
into
that's
frame?
I think that's a
Yeah,
good
I think
punchline.
that's fine just to black out there.
Okay.
Soldier 1 standing. Hear that? They know we're coming.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, like when I turned like 15 or something, or 14. I think it was 14. That was like when you could take the like babysitting course
Yeah.
at like St. John's Ambulance or something. And so I was all stoked that like, hey, I'll do a bunch of babysitting for people and stuff. And I did a few, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm into this.
Yeah.
How long has it
Turns
been?
out kids suck.
How long has it been since we've done like a postal courier joke?
A postal courier joke? I feel like we haven't gone like tour of duty. Yeah.
God damn it.
I feel like we haven't. I mean, we've done a few jokes on that area, but
Well, I'm thinking
were you
because it's like
thinking?
if you're down people and limited in scope, sort of like a joke involving some sort of delivery. Maybe that's just because I ordered some stuff recently.
yeah. For those of you who don't know, we have there's sort of rolling Canada Post strikes right now.
I missed a Canpar delivery this morning by 3 minutes because I was in the shower.
Worst day ever.
I almost, I mean, maybe this joke has been done before, but like the delivery person like waiting in the bushes to see when you're
Oh yeah,
unavailable.
definitely is.
Just,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I feel like the ninja delivery person is a fairly well-known thing.
actually, if it was like Halloween themed, you just like keep turning around and there's more "We missed you" stickers. Like, just like, where are you? Where's my fucking package?
They say the postman still wanders the streets.
And you're just like backing up and turns around and it's like, sign here. Ah!
Oh right, yeah. Didn't we do what? There was some sort of like sorry we missed you assassination thing that we did.
Yeah, we did a bunch of these in the Moonbase Mark IV. But I don't know if we've done too many. There was
Like you get out of the bathroom and there's a "Sorry we missed you" sticker on your bathroom door.
oh, that's fucking scary. That's like,
I like.
the thing you said, where the scariest thing you can think of would be being home alone and you sit down on the toilet and it's warm.
Yeah.
Just like, can I just crawl down this and flush myself into oblivion? Because
I
I'm gonna die.
Could we have hideously mundane Halloween, like spooky stories where people are passing around the flashlight?
Or
this is going to be past.
Halloween.
This is going to be past Halloween
darn.
yeah, before this goes out. I think we already have Halloween stuff, or if we don't,
No,
we're not going to have it.
We did a Halloween-based sketch or one, but yeah, I like the idea of the note on or the misdelivery on the bat. Or on the,
I like the idea of like the misdelivery like horror thing, which
I think.
which then turns into like an Amazon Prime ad at the end.
Wow. So, I think you'd want to structure that as a 3-beat joke where it's just like, person walks up and is like, ah, and there's, one on their door.
yeah.
The next one, they like,
Open the fridge.
they're, or they're doing something that they could plausibly have missed the delivery for, like. And I guess like the 3rd beat, they step out of the shower and it's on like the mirror or something. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's not cool.
You sit down on the crapper and pull out your phone, and there's a sticker on your phone.
That's intense.
I like somebody in the chat was also suggesting you get the package and then open the package and there's the "sorry I missed you" thing in the package. It's like what? But I have the.
You're
How
just sorry, I missed you.
You wake up and it's on the pillow next to you, like
Yes.
the horse head in Godfather.
Okay, yeah. That would be like, would that be a second or third beat on that? Because like that's vaguely equal intensity to the one in the bathroom.
Written in steam in the mirror in the bathroom.
I mean, I think it should be the same like tag.
Postman.
Postman.
And it appears behind you in the mirror.
Sign here.
Oh man, that'd be great. If you could just say postman and he shows up.
This, actually, the idea of summoning something in the mirror could be like a separate idea entirely. Like, what would be something useful or dumb that you could summon in the mirror?
Oh, it just is a separate idea?
Drywaller. Ah, what the? There's a dude on stilts.
Lazier.
What's up?
Just be like, mirror repairman.
Sorry, I just meant it. Plumber. I don't know, love. It's gonna be expensive.
What you flush?
It's like, yeah, it looks like the Tiddlywinks flushed a load of plaster of Paris. I don't know why they're English.
This is not flushable cat litter, sir. Like, you always hear those stories about the person who flushes the wrong kind of cat litter, and it turns out it's the clumping kind.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. Oh,
Yeah.
how about internet?
Ooh. Oh, man, that would be
Arcane
amazing.
rituals to restore Wi-Fi.
Ooh.
So it's like, Wi-Fi's out.
It's basically the tech priests of Mars from
Yeah,
Warhammer.
yeah. Actually, no, it's like you're like, Wi-Fi's out, and you're like, and like either you get a book or like, I guess
that
you
would've
could
been-
access it on your,
Back in the day, like X ways to Y. I mean, we did X ways to steal internet, didn't we?
Yeah,
That was
because
that
you
was
could
one.
you could start with like, plugging the router, and then like putting it somewhere weird, and then like putting it in the middle of a circle with like a bunch of sacrificial objects. Something like that. Like it would be after Halloween, but something like that. I think people could definitely empathize with.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that would be fun, because we have chalk. We could just, like, draw a chalk circle on the ground,
Yeah.
right? Unrelated, I love the fact that you could apparently trap self-driving cars by drawing a circle of salt around them because they registered it as a white line on the pavement.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
And weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Magic circle.
The I feel like the like whatever satanic ritual to fix a router thing. I feel like we've done stuff
Maybe.
Yeah,
similar to that. Maybe we've just done satanic rituals for other purposes before.
Yeah, I could believe it.
Look, I can't keep track of every single satanic ritual we may or may not have done.
There was the kernel of an idea I wrote down, I think. Where did I put it? I think the main punchline was like, what was it? Their vision is based on income. It was like, don't earn. Their vision's based on income.
Oh, right, it was like a
tax collector?
like IRS
Yeah.
thing, yeah,
As
or
IRS. He just
Yeah,
like,
CRA.
CRA thing.
CRA, it's like, don't earn. Their vision's based on income.
I like
And he's
that.
like, "Ugh." He's like, are you moonlighting?
It's like, sir, you need to pay for roads and healthcare. Sir, we're part of a society
he,
here.
he walks like dead past the student. It's like, I guess.
And he's like, oh, and like the student just holds still and is like, and then gets jumped by student loans. It's like, that shit don't work on student loans.
It's like, oh, they'll just kill you no matter who you are. Oh, man. Now I'm just thinking about, like, people in Zentais with, like, their concept name written on them. I did rewatch the Gaki no Tsukai 24-hour tag thing, so maybe that's on my brain.
I like walk into a bartender, or you ask the bartender, "What's the Wi-Fi password?" You'll have to buy a drink first. Sai buys a drink. Now, what's the Wi-Fi password? You'll have to buy a drink first. All
I've
one
seen
word, all
this.
lowercase.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before. Yeah.
What a terrible password.
No, that's the fax number.
All right, we've been throwing. We've jumped from one idea to another here. Do we want to? What about the mail thing? Do we want to? Is there something actually there to turn into a thing?
Like we have to get real weird for it not to just be like the ninja delivery man joke. And I think we're there with it being like weird and disconcerting.
Like, I do kind of like it being a horror movie where it's just like, you know, you get the "we missed you" note, and then you get one that's like kind of weird, like maybe it's in your bathroom, and then you wake up next to it, and then the like next beat would be like opening your drawer and it's like full of them. You're like, ah!
I do like that. Yeah. Okay. Exterior.
And like
a house.
maybe the punchline is, you know, this person at work, haggard, and somebody next to him is like bitching about, you know, their package not being delivered.
A person removes a sorry we
they arrive fresh from work.
missed you delivery notice from their door. Aw, dinger.
Danger. Was that a Graham Stark original?
I don't know. Person arrives.
So I think the next one could be like in the shower. Yeah.
Person
I like
steps-
it like on the wall in the shower or something.
Yeah.
Mirror, I think, is really
Or the
good.
mirror, yeah.
Pans over to a
To the like, you know, the like shining like lightning strike, and it's just all over the walls.
yeah.
Could you do that with
Their
a
face
fax?
shows horror, shows confusion and fear. Their trembling hand removes them.
So yeah, then the third one, like they I wish
Where do
there-
we find these? Can we just print them off? Kind of.
we can either print them
like
off or
can
design
you shop one
Yeah.
up?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't you, I mean, we already made one for DeadX.
Yeah,
the
we could also just
yeah.
like make another one.
assassin one.
The third one, I wish there was a way to do like what I visualized was a truck shot, like rolling past a clock at like 3 a.m. to a sleeping person, to them like waking up, and then like the notice on the pillow next to them.
Yeah,
That might be a little ambitious, but
I mean, you could just do sort of pan across too. Right?
yeah.
I also like them like taking a sip of coffee and then being like,
Like, taking,
Or they just like pull it out of the coffin.
I do like them pulling it
Yep.
out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Like there was the tick joke where he ate his fortune as well as the fortune cookie, and he's like, "Wait, my teeth have a message for me."
Okay, well, let's get the pillow one, and then I think we could do the coffee, because like it would be them in the morning, all like
or the
completely
sandwich.
bent out of shape.
I like
Person wakes up,
the yeah.
discovers a notice on the pillow next to them.
It's just like gets halfway through a scream. I was like, ah!
Sharp intake of breath before a scream.
It's like maybe like the next morning, like listlessly staring straight ahead, like chewing on a breakfast bagel, and they find something. It's like,
Person frazzled.
okay, yeah, this is good.
I still kind of want to just end with like Amazon Prime. 2-day shipping.
Free day shipping.
We won't tell you which 2 days.
They chew. Pause. And notice from their mouth.
Oh man, we could get like a Boston cream donut. And
Ew.
and like get rid of the cream and like roll up the thing and stick it in.
A churro. No, your burrito, the wrap is one of the...
Oh,
Someone needs to sell like empty donuts. I mean, it'd be very disappointing.
Sorry, just that out of context.
It would be
You got like a 1 in 10.
Paul, all donuts are empty. That's why they're donuts.
Holy shit.
Yes, exactly.
Boston cream donuts aren't. I'm just saying you'd have to, accurately label them so people aren't disappointed.
Oh, I ruined Cam.
Sharp intake of breath before you scream. I do like exterior of home. Exterior. Amazon Prime.
We're persistent.
Mm-hmm.
Or some dumb slogan.
Yeah, it's like
Amazon Prime. We know where you sleep.
I wonder if we could shoot this one
we have your address.
on, like, using the green screen.
We see you.
Sweet. You want me to just read this one to you?
Or Amazon Prime
After
logo appears.
Nice.
Yeah. How with drone delivery?
Voiceover. We see you.
2 days.
Yes!
2 days.
There you go. Okay, done.
Sweet.
From the chat.
This
there.
one's called The Connection.
Mm-hmm.
Interior airport. A flustered traveler approaches the airline desk with 2 boarding passes. And they say to the agent, I think there's been some sort of booking error. It says here that I board my second flight before the first one lands. The agent says, oh, we don't make mistakes. Cut to exterior 40,000 feet. 2 jumbo jets are flying parallel, wingtips almost touching. The tiny silhouette of a person is standing on the leftmost wing. Close up, it's the traveler clutching their carry-on bag and wincing against the blasting air. They gingerly try to cross to the other plane.
I like that idea. I feel like we would want to get Graham to consult on that one in terms of
That's
how to actually set it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the connection, right?
Yes.
It's in I remember seeing the photo
Yeah.
that's on it. Yeah.
Well, I believe Graham was actually looking at
Like plane footage?
like plane footage for a theoretical thing for that.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of want to make a joke about how Netflix originals have gotten so algorithmically generated that soon they're just going to be able to tell a story specifically to you. That
I mean, there's
like-
the thumbnail thing, right? Did you hear about that?
What?
No.
Where there was the I don't know if it actually has been confirmed, but there was some information that the little thumbnail, because Netflix, they aren't just like the box art, right? Netflix does different thumbnails for things, and there's suspicion that they've been actually, or the people suspect they've actually been changing the thumbnails, like delivering people different thumbnails depending on what their viewing preferences is.
What the
are.
fuck?
Or they'll be like, putting like the people, like they'll be like, whatever the female like minor character will be the main person in the thumbnail. If you've been watching a lot of
That's
shows
so weird.
starring women.
starring women, right?
Oh, okay.
Which is an interesting idea.
I mean, the place my mind goes with like algorithmically sorted routines is it throwing some sort of like potato result where it's just like, we've used our algorithmic system to optimize the perfect product for our customer. And it's like a featureless cube or something. This is unrelated, but featureless cubes, I linked you to the machine thinking channel.
Oh yeah.
So they talk about in that show a precision thing that I didn't know existed. I think they're called Johansen blocks or gauge blocks, and these are precision ground steel blocks that are
right, yeah,
that are like millionth of an inch precise, and you can like stack them together to make various very precise dimensions. But the weird thing about them is they are so flat they adhere
yeah,
by a process that's not quite entirely understood.
yeah.
I mean, that would
It's
be
some sort of like suction-y
Well, it's like-
process,
well,
but people
there's,
don't
like-
really know.
Yeah, they're not quite sure. They think it's a combination of like air pressure, molecular interaction.
Yeah,
and-
because
you have to,
if they're
'cause you have to
perfectly
like
flat,
you have to like ring them together. in
Yeah.
order to make
if
it
they're
work.
really flat, it's possible that they're actually you're looking at intermolecular forces.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is I want to get some to just have in my pocket, or just keep around.
I wonder if that's what the metric system, the System International, the SI reference blocks are like.
Maybe. You know.
Like
so-
I used to have a prof who would describe like kinematics problems as being like, so what you would do is you would take like the international reference kilogram and you would tie a string to it and then you would swing it at this object, right? As his way of kind of demonstrating contempt for these like very sacred.
would the
pseudo-
string wear away sufficient material to change its weight?
Paul, did you see in chat there? We forced an AI to watch all 500 crap shots and asked it to create the perfect crap shot. Here are the
Ooh.
results.
Fuck!
And it's just Andy staring into the camera in front of a green screen saying "fuck" in Cam's voice.
Oh, even better.
pretty awesome.
It's a still frame of Andy
gotta
with
get-
Cam's lips like matted on
Ooh.
in real time, just being like fuck, 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 fuck. I mean, that's easy.
I kind of love that. Oh my god.
That
Yeah.
would be like, that's maybe specifically referencing the gauntlet, but yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that I don't know, like
Would it be this would be you, Paul, doing this,
doing what?
giving the introduction.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it would be, yeah.
Interior.
Hello, YouTube.
My concern about that is that it requires you to know about like the crap shot bracket, sort of.
I mean, we already do the beach drop. Like we literally did a beach drop a few weeks ago about a slow shot in on a grave. The
Yeah.
noise, and then you hear Beach say "fuck," right? Like
Yeah.
to anybody who's never seen a crap shot, that makes zero sense. This at least you could sort of ascertain. Okay, I get the,
But
the
you have to-
concept
you have
of
to-
the force the AI to watch 500.
But you also have to know, Cam's voice well enough to
Well, I mean,
to
like-
recognize it from just
Well,
that one word.
I think if it's actually his lips over a photo of
Yeah,
Andy.
out of context, just a still photo yelling
Yeah,
fuck over
that-
and over again, I think is probably funny enough in a vacuum.
Yeah. Paul's giving a text stream. Paul. For this crapshoot, I've written an algorithm.
We pretended to make an AI listen to all that. That pissed me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was really disappointed. By the way, yeah, what I'm talking about is those things where they're like, I fed so many hours of this thing to an algorithm and it wrote this. They didn't. They pretended they did and wrote it themselves.
Yes. I've written an algorithm that's watched every crap shot and has written a
The perfect.
perfect solved.
It should be I've programmed an algorithm.
Okay.
So you have written twice there.
That's watched every crap shot and written a perfect solved comedy sketch. It was the last sketch we will ever write.
Is there like a third element we could
like
add
there's-
to?
We will ever
need.
write.
There's no need to write anymore. or
It
something
is
like
the
that.
last crap shot we can ever write.
We present to you the shark shot.
We present to you
Perfection.
crap shot ultimate.
Oh no. What if we composited Andy's head over top of somebody doing the Fortnite dances?
It's not like
That's
a,
not- yeah, that's not
it's not
really
like
our
a crap
brand.
shot thing.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Andy with Cameron's mouth. Over top.
I don't even know if you need more than one.
Yeah, just fuck.
Yeah. I like the Omega as a name for this.
Yeah.
Oh, Crapshoot Omega. Yeah.
Crapshot Omega.
Actually, yeah, you just run the opening credit first. Again. It's like, click, fuck, huh?
Yeah, you would want to run the thing. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I enjoy that, actually. This is, yeah, the Crapshot intro plays.
If we get more views on this one than any other, I'm going to be, like, kind of amused, but also very sad.
What are the rules for using a still photo of Andy? Do we have to, like, text him?
Probably.
I think that would be, at a minimum, considerate. It's like, hey, can we make your likeness say a rude word?
It's a word. It's a rude.
We have
word that
video.
he's
We have video of Andy saying
fuck. Yeah, it's not like it's a word.
We have video of him saying motherfuck.
Yes, that's true.
There, I like that.
All
Honk.
right.
And then honk. To close the parentheses, because you have to have both
Oh,
closed
wow.
parentheses, right?
That's, wow.
Wait, so what is it?
I do kind of like that it plays the honk
Oh.
twice. For no fucking reason.
Well, once for the
No,
interior
I get
yeah.
why,
Yeah.
but it's just like,
that tracks.
Yeah.
okay, no, I dig it.
It's important to close your honks, or
Yeah.
close
Yeah.
your crap shots.
Otherwise, you'll be going through your crap shots wondering why they won't compile.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Syntax error.
You fuck up on one, and the entire catalog just goes down. Ah, programming, pedantry, in text form.
It's like, you think you've talked to some pedantic people.
Talk to, like,
A computer.
programming language.
I was actually just talking. We were on. I was on like Discord last night. And we were in the living room on Discord. And we were talking about. There was something. I don't know why we were thinking, but about time, like time format stuff, right? And I was saying, I love looking at time. Like time formatting libraries for programming, in particular like JavaScript is what I know. So there's a couple of like pretty prominent time formatting libraries for JavaScript, and because time in a computer form is actually really simple to track, right? You just count seconds or milliseconds or whatever.
Right.
But the problem runs into is that for humans, for people, we define and talk about time in all sorts of very weird ways that create this almost like fractal edge case scenario. Like, so if you're like some random developer and you're like, I don't like all the current time libraries. They all seem way too complicated. I bet I can make one myself in like a weekend.
Right.
And you can see in the documentation for all of these libraries, you can almost see it happen where they'll be like, okay, this is done. Oh, well, there's sometimes you might have this scenario, so we'll do that. And then things start getting more and more and more complicated, and it's just like, what? It's like, okay, so what happens when like evaluating time in a computer sense is basically only edge cases. Like there are because it's like what happens when it's like you are on January 1st and it's going to be a leap year and you want to find out how many days are until like the next Monday that comes on a third the third week.
Right.
It's just like the ways that people talk about time.
Oh, that sounds really frustrating.
Change. Like like I was saying, one of the libraries that I use for JavaScript called Luxon, which is one of the big libraries for time management stuff, actually has two different systems of counting, depending on depending on what functions you're using, because it turns out that there's just a lot of things that humans talk about when we're talking about time that are very intuitive to us, but make no goddamn sense
That's actually really
in
interesting.
reality.
Well,
Yeah.
like the one that I always run into is that I buy this brand of coffee. And Serge, because he knows these things, has taught me how to read the lot codes on this brand of coffee.
What?
Because it's the Parsonage, or it's Fernwood's grocery store
Of
brand.
course, there's like
But there's lot codes embossed on it.
right.
And it shows the day of the year on which it was roasted.
Neat.
So you can kind of get a sense for, how old the coffee is. And I was trying to Google what day of the year is it. And it would invariably come back with like, it's October 20th. And I'm like, no, but what day is that? And it's like, it's a Thursday or whatever. Right? And I'm like, no, but how many days have elapsed since January 1st? And it's like, I have no idea what you're asking. And apparently that's just called the Julian calendar, or Julian day.
Huh.
Julie found that out for me. But it's
How
apparent,
appropriate.
yeah, go
Yeah.
figure, right? But apparently it's the Julian day is what you ask for. And
right.
Siri's like, oh, okay, I know what that is.
But like the like the calendar on the streaming calendar on the Loading Run website, which has single-handedly caused the most like tech support problems of like anything on the website, because of all sorts of stupid things. But in order to get the right sort of chunk, I'm like, take today, and then get the closest Monday before today,
Okay.
and then go from there like 4 weeks in the future to get like the chunk of time that I want to be able to show on
Right.
the calendar.
Oh boy.
And so it's like what happens if that crosses over a year boundary or a day boundary,
Right.
which is
Like
which is why occasionally the calendar, the streaming calendar on the Loading Run website will just stop working, and I'll be like, oh crap. And before I get a chance to fix it, it'll just start working again because like we've passed the time that
didn't
was
like
a
that.
problem.
It's like there was an example that I just thought of, and now it's gone. No, it was the scheduling function in Tumblr. If you want to schedule posts, they have that real language scheduling thing where you can say, I want this to go up in like next Thursday at 5 p.m. And it'll be like, oh, I understand that. How? So we have 3.
Yeah.
Didn't handle DST. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. Tells you yesterday. See, anyway, I won't go into big daylight saving stuff or the schedule, but it shouldn't have problems with daylight savings because it doesn't actually do any daylight savings calculations. It should be just getting the time, your current time from your computer. I don't know why it's wrong, but I'm sorry if it is. I apologize. The Google Calendar is going to be the best, most accurate source of times because I'm sure Google has like 100 people working. Like they have to do all the headache stuff too, right?
One more, huh? We haven't done a magic crap shot in a little while. Or no, that's
no,
that's a lie.
We did.
That
We
is a
actually-
straight up
We
lie.
need to record the audio for it.
Oh yeah.
We can do another. I mean, we always do another one. I mean, again, ideally, we can try to do one that is outside the moon base.
Yeah, all of the ones we've written so far haven't actually been.
No, the
Oh, actually, the
delivery one.
the
will
delivery
definitely-
one will be somewhere else.
Yeah,
That'd be
delivery
good.
one will be somewhere else. The soldier one, I think, probably we need to figure that one out. And then obviously the most recent one is here. So if we can think of another one that's outside the moon base.
Could we call the armory and see if we can film inside one of their trucks?
Maybe we could. I think, yeah.
I mean, we can. They
Yeah, they're
probably
But with-
say
and then
no.
they can say no.
Yeah.
No, you cannot film in our army base.
Yeah.
Especially since they'll have to look at the script and just be like, no.
Yes. Hello, the army. This is loading ready. Room.
Oh yes, sir. I remember when Graham and I were at a convention a long time ago. It was on the East Coast. I forget what the name of it was. But anyway, this was during when we were doing ENN, and so we took the opportunity to shoot a couple of like on location bits, right? Because we could access people who we wouldn't have been able to access normally.
Mm-hmm.
That's where for the 15th anniversary, if you saw the thing with us working with Dante from Clerks.
Oh yeah.
That's where we shot that, and there was a army recruiting tent there because at the time, like America's Army.
Oh
was
right,
big and that
right.
kind of stuff. And we had this idea for that the military was doing a basically because of the America's Army that was really successful. So they're going to do another thing where they're basically making a version of like Pokemon. And they had like Operation Poking Man.
Oh God.
And so we had this like whole script right there, and we were like, this will be awesome. We could actually get like a real like military army person to do it. And so we brought the thing to like the guy, and he was like he looked at it and he was like, this is really funny. I need to talk to my superior stuff.
Right.
And he like came back later on the day and he was like, we can't.
Absolutely not.
We can't do it. And so, it's not going to happen. And we were like, that's fair. And at the back of our minds, we were like, we have fatigues back at the office, which if you've watched ENN, I believe we just got Morgan to do it, wearing like military fatigues and like.
Right.
But anyway, it's just the idea of asking. They have some fairly specific.
Yeah, what they are
requirements.
not allowed to do in uniform.
Yeah, I feel even though we wouldn't be actually using military personnel, I feel like they wouldn't be happy with us filming at the armory.
James has a rubber pencil.
Oh my God, witchcraft.
Let's burn him.
That seems reasonable.
Can we just finally write the Umezawa Jete?
That's going to be so funny to the three people who understand it.
I mean,
I like
it
the
makes
idea that-
all of us laugh, right?
So
Maybe we're underestimating the film literacy of our audience.
Yeah, I like the idea that we feel that the target audience is larger of people who know about like a really specific kind of crap shots that we do versus La Jetée.
I mean, maybe,
Like I feel like more people know about La Jetée than our crap shots.
God, I hope so.
I mean, maybe we could do a poll about it. If it reaches a certain threshold, we'll do a video about it.
Have you ever watched La Jetée?
Also, it's like, we'll just throw up a whole list. It's like, please tick the following films you are familiar with. La Jetée, La Chienne Andalou. What else can we put in there?
What's the actual joke other than the name of the
That
crap
would
shot?
be
That's
basically
it.
it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I did
and
a
then,
card that had, like, the guy going like this and he's holding the Jite. It's
I feel like that's more of like just one
is a
panel.
pretty good
It's
visual
like a
gag.
one-panel comic as opposed to an actual crap shot.
Yeah, it would just be like one of the still shots of like, I play Jetée, right? And it just cuts to a black and white shot of your opponent. Very still, and then they blink.
That's dang.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, La Jetée is it's a film that was
experimental French
experimental film that was done. It's done with like black and white still frames, and it's sort of the precursor to 12 Monkeys.
Well, 12
Yeah, it
Monkeys
was-
was basically based on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12 Monkeys was what would happen if you filmed La Jetée as a normal movie.
And got Terry Gilliam to design it.
Yeah.
And cast Bruce Willis.
Yeah. And Madeleine Stowe. It was such a good movie.
It's been a while.
They were
since
both such good movies. At least I remember them that way. And I
Yeah.
choose to remember them that way.
Umezawa's La Jetée.
Can I? Okay, this is like completely off the rails, but did you see that thing I retweeted that fucking Mike Mignola did?
Oh, the storyboards
He
for
did
Blade 2.
storyboards for Blade 2? What a waste of his artwork. Like, it's super cool, but I wish I could just see all of them like in
Yeah.
one place. That would make a sick comic.
Well, like I remember reading somewhere that there was a lot of that going on in like the early mid 2000s with using like a lot of comic book adaptations using the comics as essentially storyboards for the film. And as it turns out, it doesn't work.
Yep.
Because they're actually different enough to be meaningful.
Comics are a different medium.
Yeah.
They're not just movies in frames.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you can do in comics that is impossible in film.
Well, and it was also just
And vice
that
versa.
even when they were doing like literal filming things, it turns out that comics from the panels from comics are not useful in the way that storyboards need to be.
Yeah.
And I didn't follow the exact argument, but I thought it was nuanced and interesting, and it's the kind of thing you run into when you try using it, and you're like,
Unless you're
this
doing
is subtle.
unless you're doing something like Sin City or whatever, where the sort of gimmick is that it is exactly the comic book.
That's still more just the visual style, because like motion picture has movement, whereas like because a comic has still frames, there's certain things that the artwork has to do. Like,
Right.
I mean, like I think there's more of a difference between a panel designed to draw your eye through it than there is to like a tracking or panning shot. Like they
Right.
sound similar.
But like,
quite.
yeah, I mean, Sin City was specifically like they side by side did a bunch of stuff, but it was sort of as almost as like a stunt doing it. That it wasn't necessarily how they should have done it.
Right.
Well, all right. Well, is that what we need?
We were trying to get one more. I was thinking of this situation where it was like basically a medieval peasant, but in a D&D world, where they're like, having this conversation and casually smiting fruit. And it's like, what are you doing? And it's like, I took a level in Paladin. It's like, why? It's like, well, I thought detect evil and smite evil would be useful. Turns out, less so. But did you know, like, walnuts actually track as evil? It's like,
That's so weird.
like, how's the rest of it working out for you? It's getting hard to ignore things.
You just gotta roll around the countryside smiting walnuts.
I did.
God, magic user edge cases.
I did always like the idea of like. There's certain elements within like say D&D in the world that totally like the addition of magic to the world makes things very like if you try to sort of think about it in the context of thing, it's like the entire realm of and study of like medicine and like diseases and all that stuff is pointless.
Right.
Because you can literally cure any ailment with
with
one thing.
Yeah.
And it's a fairly easy thing. Like it's not
it's a first level.
not everyone can do it, but it doesn't require that much training to learn how to do it. And it's not like you need to know a bunch of different stuff.
I gotta get this thought out. A like 60s or even just like present day style safety video, only it's about magic. And like where you have the really, really stiff acting and like the long ponder shots. It's just like abjurations. It's like abjurations are used in your workplace. Did you know that this? And you show some wizard like casting a spell. It's just like, and then like does the like fade to the close up and like the arrows on the wand and shit like that.
Oh yeah. Or it would be like, evocation is an important part of many workplaces. However, it can be when safety precautions are not in place, it can be dangerous. Did you know a magic missile is how we
Shake wands with danger.
Shake wands with danger. Oh god, this might have legs as like
actually
a series of videos. You just like module 1 about
I like just like a janitor or whatever, just like mopping up part of like a magic circle.
Oh god,
They're like,
yeah.
What did he do wrong?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Ding.
It's like material components safe storage and like MSDS work.
Yes. Actually, do we want to take this as homework?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Write this down. Like,
Yeah.
start writing some
Yeah.
stuff down.
MSDS for what are they called? Verbal somatic material components.
Mm-hmm.
Safe disposal of expended wands. And contaminated robes.
Like the sharps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extinguishing magical flame. Safely. A, B, C, or X type fires. Yeah, safety video for D&D Magic.
I do always like the idea, like, so it's like what, having D&D Magic like in the real world.
Cleric spells.
Where
Karma.
the vast majority of spells that would actually be useful, like, in your day-to-day life,
I
are
just
like
this sentence.
level 1 spells, like
Yeah,
level
yeah.
0 spells.
Well, like, yeah, you could get really far on, like, what are they? Orisons?
Yeah, cantrips or horizons.
Yeah.
Like most of the things that you would want to do just like as a regular person to make your life easier.
Prestidigitation, right?
Yeah.
Like to do your dishes, right? Make your bed. Walk the dog? Dude, that would be sweet. You would never have to scoop poop again if you just needed prestidigitation. But I like this title. Cleric spells blasphemy in you.
When you use Mage Hand, do you still feel the? Do you have tactile feedback?
I don't know. I don't think they get into it.
Ew. In your brain. I mean, tactile feedback is in your brain. Yes, I suppose, from a psychological standpoint.
Your third hand, it's like it's somebody else.
So does this work as like breaking these all out, or would this just be fine as like here's the introductory, like this is like
don't actually show it, but just
just talk. I mean, maybe you could show little bits, but rather than making like 5 different crap shots, this is just like welcome to, health and safety,
right?
In wherever you're working.
I do like the 1960s or 70s era safety videos, just because I have very fond memories of that from lab safety.
Yeah.
Like there was this one video that we had to watch where, they played out this enormous drama of this guy who's new to a lab, and he is, he has to boil ether in a fume hood, only he doesn't pay attention to the fact that the fume hoods are being worked on today.
No!
And the fume hood isn't working while he's boiling ether off a thing.
That's bad.
And he walks in and he's like, or somebody else walks into the lab and he's like, God, it reeks of ether in here. And he just turns around and says, ether? And then there's an explosion. And it cuts to
Holy shit!
And it cuts to a shot, I shit you not, of his mother frying French fries for his dinner.
Wow.
While the phone rings.
Wow.
And I'm like,
so, who remembers How to Talk Like a Pirate?
Yeah.
The music and aesthetic of those kind of videos, I think, would work really well for this.
right. But yeah, like, that's perfect. But if you go into UVic chemistry,
Wow.
and you just shout, ether, everyone will be like,
he fucking died. That guy
that
died.
was a good one.
but seriously now, ether.
Yeah.
Don't boil ether.
Anyway, ether?
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 That was the one detail that I really liked that they added in the movie version of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh.
When they get into the ether, they soak an American flag in it and just start... It's a very good visual.
Yeah, huffing the flag.
Yep. And then staggering their asses into the circus.
Okay, that visual of them staggering into the circus is how I feel when I don't wear my glasses and put on my sunglasses, because this corrects astigmatism, which gives me slightly enhanced 3D vision. So when I don't wear them, it feels like the ground is real close, and I'm like,
oh,
Cool.
that's really weird. It's like an anti-superpower.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, should we call it there?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, we should thank subs then.
We got 3 for tomorrow and
Thanks.
good
And then
start.
a really good seed of something.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. That's good work, Alex. Good work, Paul.
Yay.
Turns out I still like writing.
Let's welcome all the awesome people who subscribe.
Do
Like-
you want to go?
It's your human.
Alex, do you want to start? And then we'll
Sure.
go. Okay.
No one took me seriously till I put on the mask.
Wait,
Now nobody can hear me.
why didn't that start? Start.
Delta V is crashing this plane for 31 months.
And me now?
No, or me.
It will be when I get the stupid. I hate XSplit sometimes. Boop.
H-Bomb and Friends has come back for the 9th month. Happy sub, baby.
Remembrancer Vivi, or 66, or whatever that is in Roman numerals.
I don't think that's anything in Roman numerals.
Remembrancer.
Ah, Coffee Princess. You have been here for 3 months. Thank you.
Greg Smash has come back for 33 months.
Zorash11 for 23 months.
Thank you for subscribing, Geeky Crafty Kel, Laserbeak's Fury, and Izandai. Thanks to Rockbusher.
Office Cracker is a brand new subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for deciding to support us.
A digital seahorse has been gifted by Rockpusher. Thank you to Rockpusher for that.
Benvolio, I see you've been here for 12 months.
Kuma Kaori has come back for the 16th month. Ooh, a square.
Upstage JMC for 17 months. Thank you very much.
Public Goat has been here for 3 months in the darkness.
Junior Burga has come back for the 17th month. Thank you.
Blue Mage 76 for 25 months.
It would be extremely painful for Rendelnep for 21 months.
I feel like giggling kind of defeats that.
And Fickle Muse, Soprano Cat, and Junior Burger gave us 550 bits. Thank you.
Don't make fun of me. I have a condition. I've never seen this movie actually.
Really?
I've just
I saw it-
osmosed all the jokes, and I
I
don't think
saw
I
it
can.
in theater on opening night in Calgary,
Yeah.
and Common was in the theater with us watching it. Yeah, because I guess he was there filming. What was Common in? It was a Western show. Common, he's a rapper.
Oh.
And an actor.
Musician, yeah.
He's a cool dude. And like I remember watching the opening sequence where they break Bane out of the CIA plane, thinking, "Holy shit, this is really cool! Like this is the ballsiest thing I've ever seen in a superhero movie." And then the rest of it, I was just like, "No, not this visual.
Yeah,
No."
it's still not. It's definitely not amazing, but I
liked
think it's
it.
worth.
I
I
enjoyed
think
it.
it's worth a watch.
I think if I watched it, I would not be able to take it in the least bit seriously.
No,
That
it's
was apparently
really
a big-
hard.
yeah.
At this point, it's just so jokey, like with the voice you just did, right?
Yeah, and the
It's
fact that
really
it's
hard.
Like
it looks like his mask looks like Goatsy.
I liked. I thought
Yeah.
it was an interesting. I thought the
Well, it's like
characterization
this,
of
right?
Bane was quite interesting. Like
Yeah.
it was a cool way of doing it. But I also liked what was the movie? There's I just saw it on Netflix. There's like a movie about like moonshiners that that actor was in. What's
I
that
don't
actor?
know.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
It's called like Unforgiven or something. Not Unforgiven. Anyway, but it was just funny because it came out like right after Outlaws. That's it. Or Lawless? Yeah, maybe Lawless. Anyway, it came out.
Flawless.
Yeah, it came out right after.
It was a second. Yeah.
And I felt and his Tom Hardy's character was supposed to be kind of this big this big guy who's kind of like not doesn't talk a lot, and the way he chose to play it, I felt like the director should have like taken him aside and be like, "Hey Tom, you can open your mouth for this role. You're not Bane anymore.
Right.
You can talk normal. You don't have to continue doing the Bane voice in this film. It's cool if you want to open your mouth when you talk now."
Fair enough.
I was watching oh god, what was the HBO series about Easy Company, the paratroopers, World War II, Band of Brothers.
The show.
Yeah. Baby Tom Hardy is in like the
Yeah.
last 3 episodes of that show.
Yes, he is. There's a few weird
Yeah,
casting
and like
choices in that show.
what's his name too?
I mean,
Michael
like,
Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender is in that show. For some reason, Jimmy Fallon had a cameo in that show. David Schwimmer was in that show.
Yeah.
Like, it had some like weird casting. Like, they all worked. I love that show a lot, but it is very weird. Just really quickly, Lord Force Kin, sub for 7 months in a row after the sub train. Appreciate it.
Oh,
All right, let's call it.
Yeah, there was actually a couple of just programming notes. One, if you haven't watched it already, this week's panelist.
oh yes.
Panelists went up yesterday, but for
YouTube
whatever
reasons.
stupid reasons, YouTube apparently hasn't been notifying people that much about
Yeah,
it.
I've seen that in actually several of the YouTube creators I follow. They always give these notices at the end saying like, apparently the subscribe to this channel button doesn't actually work sometimes. It just decides not to notify you when new videos go up.
Yeah.
And that's deliberate.
Yep. You need to hit the bell as well,
Oh,
and
is
then
it the
possibly also do another thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
YouTube wants to decide whether things show up or not. We don't know the details. Anyway, if you are looking forward to panelists, but we're disappointed that it hasn't showed up, it is there. Go check it out. And also tonight, Friday Night Paper Fight.
Yep.
It's going to be some Highlander action, some McCann-Lander
I feel like I need to cut like a promo for this.
with Cam
Ye-
and Alex and Serge
You
and
are bad,
Adam.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you.
Oh, you want to get crushed? That's too bad, because I'm going to lose so hard through my complete inability to pilot my deck. Oh, yeah. Cream.
As you-
Cream. Cream.
As you can
Cream.
see, no love
Cream
lost
rises.
between these two competitors.
Cream rise. Cream.
Cream of the crop.
Stay tuned
All right. Bye, everybody.
for Friday Night Paper Fight tonight.